grade did math with me a lot this way. So I expect whenever I start showing problems, that fifth grade's just going to jump right in and start doing problems this way. And it may take fourth grade just a couple minutes to catch on to what we're doing, okay? First thing I always start a math lesson with is mental math. Those of you that were in fifth grade last year, explain to a fourth grader what mental math is. Aaron?
It's where you figure out the answer and then you raise your hand when you got the answer.
Okay, how do you figure out the answer?
Use mental math.
In your head, okay? It is not something you write on paper pencil, okay? And I'm going to tell you that the problems that I put up here are not going to be easy problems. They're not easy ones. And I'm going to show you an example of what I've seen some of you doing, and I'm going to ask you not to do something like that. I want you to think about it different, okay? Like if you were adding or subtracting, I've seen some of you do this. I don't want you to stack numbers up and do them, okay? I want you to think about adding them in a different way. If it were multiplication, I don't want you to think about stacking them up to multiply this way. I also don't want you to think about dividing where you do 16 divided by 144 this way. That's the way you've been learning it recently, but I want you to think about, can you solve it a different way? Okay? It may take us a few minutes to get through mental math because it's so new to us. How can you tell me that you have an answer already? What's my signal, Emily?
Thumbs up.
Thumbs up. Okay, does that thumb go up high or does that thumb go low? Why does it go low?
So you want to block anybody?
So you don't block anybody else from seeing what's going on the board, right? Okay, I'm going to use 4 different color markers during my lesson today. Every time I change to a new problem, I'm going to use a different color. And then I'm going to erase the board, and then I'm going to go to the overhead, and we're going to talk about, and I'm going to do a mini lesson with you guys. Okay? After that, you're going to go off to do some work on your own. Well, you're going to go off and do some work at your tables with me helping you through that. Then you're going to flip your page over, and you're going to do it by yourself. But Miss Cupid or I may be coming around to help you. And by helping you, all that I do is ask you questions. I don't show you how, and I don't tell you that's right or wrong. So please don't call me over and say, is this right? Because guess what? I'm going to say, prove it to me. You tell me if it's right. Okay? First problem, you ready? Okay, somebody remind me what the signal is if you have an answer. Thumbs up. Okay, here's the first problem. Looking for an answer. Not a strategy yet, just the answer. Okay, when I see most thumbs up, that's when I'll call on somebody, okay? Ellie, what you think?
140.
140? Anybody else get something different? Chance?
110.
Let me move this answer right now down here so that we can look at all of the answers we're going to consider. Anybody else get something different? I see a me too. Colton reminded me of the me too signal. If you agree with an answer, you can do the sign language sign for me too. You're just taking your thumb and your pinky, putting them out like the Longhorn sign, and putting it right here, okay? Chance?
Oh.
You think you're reconsidering your answer? Okay. I'm going to erase your 110, and we're sticking with 140. Anybody else have anything different? Okay, Elliot, tell me how you solved it.
I did 5 times 40.
5 times
I
4?
mean 5 times 8, and I got 40
Where'd you get that 8 from?
from the 28.
So
I
you-
didn't look at the 2, and I just done 5 times 8.
So, you took that 28 and you broke it into 20 plus 8,
Mhm.
and you did 5 times 8, and that's what,
40.
okay?
And I did 5 times 20. And it was 5 times 2 is 10 plus a 0 is 100.
Okay, I'm gonna take that answer right now, but there's a whole different lesson I can teach you about that plus 0. What'd you do next?
Then I added 40 plus 0.
And you got 140? Okay, does everybody agree that that is our answer? Now, chance you may have solved it differently, but hold on just a second, okay? You agree that that's our answer?
Yes.
Okay, so now I can put 140 here as the solution to 5 times 28. Chance, did you solve it differently?
I did 5 times 8 and I got 40, and so I carried the 4 to the 2, and so I did 5 times 2, and I got 10, and I added 4, and I got
So your thinking is kind of like what he's doing, but you're thinking of stacking it in your head. Okay? Anybody else solve it differently? Okay. Somebody that was in 5th grade last year, what is the strategy that Elliot used? Thomas? It is distributive property, absolutely. What do we call the strategy, though? It's based on the distributive property. No, that's a different property, Thomas. What do we call the strategy when we break apart this number and use this?
partial quotient.
It's partial
Products.
products. Why is it products and not quotients?
Because we're not dividing.
Yes, because you're not dividing. What are we doing?
Multiply.
So when you multiply, the answer is a product. When you divide,
It's a quotient.
it's a quotient. Okay, let's look at the next problem.